Hey everybody, welcome back. Nezuko here with another update for you guys. This is going to be a real brief one. Um, but yeah, so right now I've got a couple things to show you. I'm going to show you this chest right here. This is my haul. We're going to get into that in just a minute, but to stick to the subject of the video, don't panic. It's on the front of the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for a reason. Okay, everyone's freaking out right now about stock prices and everything. Um, Seriously, don't panic. I'm going to show you a couple images. This first one here is it looks bad. It looks bad. The stocks have plummeted. You're hearing talk about we've lost $2 trillion of wealth. Yada yada yada. Um, I mean, I'm not trying to just brush that off, but um, it looks bad. But compare it to this image. Okay, this is as far back, and you can Google this yourself. I'm not making this up. I haven't doctored anything, but you can see that the dip that we're experiencing is just a hiccup. There have been far worse dips. COVID was, of course, huge and shut the entire economy down. But you'll notice that overall, you know, um, it's a very steep trend just from 2010. This is 15 years ago. The value of the market has more than quadrupled. It's risen more than 400% in 15 years. 15 years and what, 4 months? So, but I mean that's insane. 15 years. I mean, minimum wage hasn't quadrupled in 15 years. That's what people are getting upset about. So, um, but yeah, just like I said, real briefly, I just wanted to touch on this because everybody's freaking out. It's all over the news. Oh my God, the sky is falling, the sky is falling. And you may be wondering, well, if it's not that bad, Nezuko, that's really loud. If it's not that bad, Nezuko, why is everybody freaking out? If it's not that bad, if it's not that big a deal, okay? And the answer to that is at least today, I don't know if this is gonna be permanent, but it's my little segment here is this is the way the world works. I'm gonna give you a little explainer on some things. I'm gonna spit some wisdom at you. Okay, we all think of reporters as these. Well, maybe not all of us, but I certainly did for the longest time. I thought, oh my God, reporters! What a noble profession. There's these men and women. They're truth seekers. They don't let political biases get to them. They're out there just digging up the truth. Finding the truth and spreading the truth. What a great noble cause. And a lot of these journalists, they believe this. They really do think that they're endowed with some kind of you know amazing magical abilities, and it's just not the case. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of good men and women out there that they do exactly that. They try their best to put aside their human biases, their political beliefs, and they just try to focus on the truth. There are actual men and women out there like that. I don't deny that. I'm not going to deny that. The problem is they all have bosses. They all have Perry Whites and J. Jonah Jamesons. Okay, that's Peter Parker and Superman's bosses collectively. Interesting that two of the probably, besides Batman, of course, he's probably the most popular character, but two of the most popular characters have journalism jobs: Superman and Spider-Man. Anyways, yeah, so they have bosses, and these bosses are beholden to the companies that own them. And you can do a little Google search yourself. You don't have to take my word for it, but every major news outlet, every single one, from CNN to Fox, MSNBC, the New York Times, the Los Angeles Times, the Washington Post, every major newspaper, every major television network, every cable, everything, when I say media, I mean everything. I mean websites, I mean traditional newspapers, I mean cable networks, 24-hour cable shows, um, you know, punditry, all of it. Okay, All of media in the United States is owned by, I believe, 6 companies. That's it. So 6 companies control everything. 5 of those companies lean very hard left. And one of those companies, Rupert Murdoch's company, leans very hard right. Okay, so Fox, the New York Post, uh, well, actually, you know what? There's Newsmax and whatnot now, so there's a little bit more conservative variety. But um, Fox's ratings are bigger than CNN and MSNBC's because it's really the go-to place for a more supposedly conservative outlook. Now, people, independents in the know, like myself, understand that there's some issues that transcend the left and right culture war that we're currently experiencing. Um, it's it's not like Republicans have been adamant on shutting down the border, the southern border, and controlling who comes across. When Trump was first president, he wanted to do exactly that. He wanted to control the southern border, and he faced a lot, and I mean a lot of opposition from Republicans. Okay, and not to go off on a tangent, but Democrats want uh, immigration, illegal or legal. They'll take it any way they can get it. They want immigration because they're the party of handouts. They're the party of taking care of people. They want to tax the rich so that they can redistribute that wealth to the lower middle class. Okay, which I'm not 100% against. I do believe in a safety net. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a sink or swim, kind of person. But uh, Republicans, to stick to the topic, Republicans want an open border because of the cheap labor that it provides to American businesses. So both parties have conspired to allow some very unreputable, disreputable, I think it's disreputable people into this country. This is getting, I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, but I'm just pointing out that if we wanted to close the border, if we really wanted to close the border and control who's coming in, only let the best of the best into the country, keep out the criminals, keep out the impoverished without um, skilled trades, we could do it. We could easily do it. It's not that hard, okay? China built a wall around its country thousands of years ago, right? We could do a much better job today with modern technology, right? We could build invisible walls if need be with drones and constant surveillance. Um, okay, so all I was going to say is don't panic, okay? The stock market is going to be fine. It's going to rebound. This isn't a Republican or Democrat thing. Everybody is affected by a huge dip in the market. That's real lives, man. That's people losing their pensions. It's people, retirement plans going up in smoke. It's real lives in the balance. I don't give a damn about how it affects Republicans, Democrats, or elections. Those are real people that are hurting. So I just want to say, don't panic. It's going to be okay. And now, real briefly, I'm going to show you. The other day, day before yesterday, actually, I went about 1,000 blocks in that direction, which I believe is east. Hang on. There's a way to see this. I'll say facing east. Yeah, okay. So yeah, there it is. That's east. I went about 1,000 blocks, over 1,000 blocks that way. I went over 1,000 blocks that way, and I found no sign of an ocean. Unfortunately, I'm trying to find some kelp, and I've only had one wandering trader so far. Um, but yeah, so I need to go north and I need to go south. And I got to find me an ocean because we need some kelp. And the reason we need kelp is because we're going to have a bubble elevator, right? My preferred method of climbing really, really fast. Um, anyways, the reason we need a bubble elevator is I'm going to build a one chunk base, right? There we go. All right. And this right here is going to be my chunk, what you're looking at right here. So everything that I'm building is going to be in this 16 by 16 chunk here. So I am going one block around the edge because that's where the wall's going to be. Okay. The wall's not going to be in here. I don't need to shoot myself in the foot and make my base even smaller. I just need these 16 blocks, 16 by 16. I forget how much that is total, but I need that to be my where all my farms and everything goes. So mob farms, everything's gonna be in this one chunk, so that I can AFK in one spot and everything should work. And also, I'm going to have a very big collection system at the bottom, obviously for pumpkins, dirt, you name it. So, um, yeah. So, bleh. Oh, yeah. That had a little brain fart. Sorry. This is interesting. There's a huge cave over here. Um, I haven't really explored that yet. You can see a little bit of path blocks there. I think the village, there might be something of the village down in there. Like I said, I haven't explored yet. I might do that um, in the next video. But yeah, so this is where at least my starter base is going to be. And these are some cows because I need leather for books and whatnot. I do have, I'm trying to give you all a little update on everything real quick. Hang on a second. There we go. All right. I do have two quality villagers. I got a protection 4 for only 14 gems. And I've got an efficiency 5, which I already put on my pickaxe for only 20 emeralds. I said gems, I meant emeralds. Um, there's still some possible trades in these guys over here. And of course, I've got these 3 in here. I can always swap them out. Um, but yeah, so I really need a mending. I need a mending book. And once I have a mending book, I can, um, once I have a mending book, I can, oh my God, my brain. I'm sorry. Once I have a mending book, I can, then a mob farm is going to be very, very helpful because I can repair all these lovely tools down here that are hurting. Especially want to save that pickaxe because that was expensive getting. Remember, because it's nighttime permanently. Once a trade is maxed out on a villager, it never refreshes. Once you see that X, see if I can show you over here. Once you see that X in their inventory, come on, y'all. Anyways, the the villager at the other end, of course, on camera, it's not going to allow me to. I don't know how this is happening. There we go. Finally, yeah. See, these will never refresh, so he'll never buy any more wheat from me, or potatoes, or pumpkins. So he's pretty much useless. There's no reason to do anything with him except keep him in there. It's part of an iron farm. So, um, something I was thinking about is these are stackable. I could probably, I should be able to put another level on top and have it the iron golems fall down into the same kill chamber. You know, because that magma cube is capable of killing several at the same time. But then again, I might just want to incorporate that into my building because I'm getting too much sprawl. It's spreading out too far, and I don't like that. I don't want a big messy base that I got to run everywhere at high speed. I want it all nice and compact, and then I can decorate the area probably with some village buildings and whatnot. So maybe make a an old-fashioned looking village. So this is on my adventures east and west, 1,000 block. This is some stuff I was able to come up with. Obviously, I killed an Enderman to get that grass block. And he had an interpearl too. But I got some vines. Some of this is just garbage. I apologize. I got some vines, or a vine, I should say. I got some cocoa beans. I got some jungle saplings. Again, just garbage, random garbage from mobs. But I got some bamboo. That's a big one. Got some obsidian. Found some horse armor, some more hay bales from a different village. Some tall flowers. I got some tall flowers of those kinds. Actually, I think those are tall flowers as well. And sunflowers, tall flowers. So I got a good selection of like tall flowers to make some dyes if I need it, and I got some job blocks. So, but yeah, that's about gonna wrap it up for now. And anyway, thank y'all for watching. Like I said, don't panic. It's gonna be okay.